Well, welcome everyone to day 5 of our meditation journey together. I hope you're,
Suzanne.
yeah, we might just have to do a bit of muting here, I think. Yeah, all good. So I hope you're starting to feel the silence of meditation. We had a lovely session yesterday on the power of the left side. Tonight we will be we'll be dwelling on the right side that doesn't exist. But of course, we do use our right side to express that pure desire of the left side. Tomorrow night, we will be going through all of the elements. And then on Sunday, we've got a workshop where we will use those elements to clear our subtle system. And we'll be having a foot soak, which requires a bucket, some water and some salt, and maybe a towel to dry your feet. So we'll keep reminding you about this up until Sunday. So if you can get a bucket, just a plastic bucket that your feet can fit into, and it's for that purpose only. So if you can purchase one from the supermarket between now and Sunday, that'll be good. And we'll, of course, tell you more about it as we get closer to the time. But for tonight, let us see who we've got for our right side that doesn't exist. Gulshan, would you like to introduce our hosts for tonight?
Thank you, Lynn. I'd love to. Warm welcome to our participants. And also, I'd like to welcome Jean-Michel, who's joining us from Sydney. And he's also accompanied by another delight that we have tonight, Isha, who joins us from India. So we have a double treat waiting for us tonight. Thank you very much both for joining. And we're really pleased that you can take us through this session tonight. So all yours.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to share time with each other and share our meditation. So the topic is about the future doesn't exist. It exists, but not yet. And the purpose of meditation is to live in the present moment. So we don't need to be afraid of the future or annoyed with the past. We got to learn how to become like a small child in the arms of his mother. He doesn't have any stress as such. He doesn't have any worries because he lives in the present moment. He's enjoying the connection with his mother. And in Sahaja Yoga, this is what I have discovered. And I didn't know this when I was younger. I didn't realize it was like that. But when I received my self-realization, I became aware that I have a mother inside me that takes care of me. And in the process of meditation, I discovered that the more I was in connection with my spiritual mother, the better I was in my life. So all these techniques that we're showing you, we are sharing with you, they are designed to train our awareness to connect to the present moment as much as possible. So I am French, but I live in Australia. Isha is from India. And it is very interesting that when I went to India the first time, it challenged me because in India, people don't behave the same way as we behave in France. They have a different approach to their perception of future and past. I would say that in France, people are very active, they are very meticulous, they want to control things, to do things, they want to create. In India, I felt the peace more because it's like there is this peaceful atmosphere in the country, in the earth. So I would like Isha to share about her own experience of being in the present moment, being in a if if possible in a stress-free environment.
So I would like to welcome all of you, and very glad that you could all join us today. As John Michel has uh, enlightened us about the fact that how precious the present moment is, and actually the past and the future is a myth that we think that they do exist, but actually they do not, because past is dead and the future, we do not know about the future. What God has gifted us with is this very moment, now present, when we are here together. This is our life, this is the reality, this is the truth. But how many of us connect with this true, the truth of our lives? Most of the time we are either thinking about the past or about the future. But my experience with this meditation, with Sahaja Yoga meditation, and with the practice of this every day, I have seen myself growing stronger, becoming more balanced, and actually freeing myself from the myths of stress and the sadness, which is again not the reality, but we give so much importance to unnecessary, useless things in life that they seem that they are everything. Like the present is the truth. And through meditation, I have seen that every day when I meditate, before and after, I see there is a different version of me, a much more balanced, a more stronger version of me. I find changes in me, transformation happening.
I like
And
that. I like this,
yeah.
the better version of me. I think that's very nice, very well expressed. It's beautiful. Because
True.
past exists because we know we have had a past and we know we are going to have a future, but the better version of us is when we don't worry about it. We are able to live spontaneously, and this is the most important. I have to thank the Indian people, because for whatever reason, in the scope of evolution, the Indian people have managed to preserve that spiritual quality in general in the society, in themselves. And anytime I go there, the peace is there within me. So thank you again. So maybe we'll start with a meditation to settle ourselves in our balanced state, and then we will have Shri Mataji's video explaining different things. Then Isha will lead another meditation a bit later in the program, and later we will have some questions and answers if you like to discuss anything. So we'll start, as you've seen in the previous programs, we are used to protect ourselves before we start meditating. So we're going to do this now. We call it raising our Kundalini and doing our protection. So we use our left hand to go up in front of our body, and we turn with the right hand, and we tie a knot. We do a second time. We can tie 2 knots, and we do a third time. Then we protect ourselves starting from the left side, going over. We do it 7 times. So we'll play a little bit of music in the background just to sustain our attention. And what we are going to do is, firstly, we are going to place both our hands towards the Mother Earth. If we are sitting on a chair, we just let our hands being directed to the earth. The Mother Earth is the element of our first chakra. And our first chakra is giving us the power of pure attention, pure awareness. This is what sustains us in our life. When we say, I have intuition, because this intuition comes from the first chakra. It is our safeguard. So we always try to start a meditation putting our attention on the first chakra. So when we place our hands to the Mother Earth, we acknowledge that she exists. She's our mother. She's the one who creates the ocean, the nature, the trees, the plants, the flowers, the fruits. She is nourishing the whole creation. And she has a spiritual quality that nourishes our spirit. And this is what we are asking for. Mother Earth, please nourish my spirit. Give me the balance. Please give me the balance. Please establish my first chakra. So we keep our hands towards the Mother Earth and we relax. We just sit relaxing. We don't put any effort. We just relax without thinking. We just relax. We let the Mother Earth nourishing us from the base of our body, going upward inside all our chakras. We just relax. Now we're going to take a deep, so we can place our hands on the lap, palms open, facing the sky. And we can take a deep breath, very slowly. And we can hold it for a little bit. And then we release. We do this several times. Now, without thinking about it, without doing anything, we just raise our left hand, facing backward, just bending the elbow, and keeping our right hand open on the lap. This will help balance our right side. And we just don't do anything, just relax. Our right side is a channel of the sun. It is generally hot. When we use our right side too much, it becomes hot. Our right side is allowing us to project to the future. Is our energy for action. But it is also our energy for attention, for concentration, for deep relaxation of our awareness. To relax our attention to a point of pure awareness, we need to relax and surrender our action to our spirit. Our spirit is the part of us that doesn't die. When we die, our spirit doesn't die. So we want our right side to help us becoming one with our spirit, to become a meditative person. When we study or think about Buddha, the Buddha was enlightened in the sense that he was fully connected to his spiritual nature. And this is what we all aspire, is to obtain the powers to become one with our spirit, to become aware of who we are. So when we place our left hand up, inside ourselves we can say this very simple mantra, addressing this mother energy within us. Mother, I do not do anything. You do everything. Mother, I don't do anything. You do everything. And then we just relax. We don't put any effort inside. We let our attention go wherever it goes. It doesn't matter. We just relax. can take down our left hand on the lap. We place our right hand index finger in the throat, at the base of the neck. And we let our attention rise, go upward. Again, with no effort. We just witness our attention moving upward spontaneously. Again, we can take a deep breath and hold it. Just feeling our lungs. Opening our chest. Now we're going to move our right hand upward to the top of our head, just above the head. And we check with our right hand the flow of energy coming from our head. Without thinking. We can take our right hand down on the lap and use our left hand above the head. We can raise our hand a bit higher. Again, with no effort. We just relax. Mother, you do everything. I do nothing. We can now place back our hands on the lap. We keep our eyes closed. Now we are going to, in this silence, this silent attention, we can see what is happening inside ourselves in a very subtle way. Again, without thinking, we just place our attention at the base of the abdomen in the second chakra. When we are in meditation, our body is pure. It doesn't have any attachment. It doesn't have any pressure. It is one with reality. Like a drop in the ocean, it just melts and enjoys the ocean. In the same way, when we meditate, we become one with this beautiful spiritual reality. And now we move our attention to the third chakra at the middle of the stomach. And we completely relax. Then we move our attention to our heart in our chest. When we are silent, we can feel the dignity in us, in our heart. A very strong power of dignity. Just relax our shoulders. And we let our attention cross our throat chakra. We can witness ourselves. And our attention penetrates the sixth chakra in the middle of our head. All the love in our heart is expressed in our sixth chakra. in silence. And then we let our attention on our last chakra, in our last chakra. Our last chakra is the crown of our head. It is like a flower. It is a living flower. Just to finish this short meditation, we're going to raise our both hands, arms, and we're going to stretch our back. We're going to stretch our head backward as far as possible and stretching our arms as high as we can to the sky and taking a deep breath. And then we come back. So now we're going to listen to Shri Mataji's words and try and not engage into thinking. Just relax and hear Shri Mataji.
Is there. When there is light, you discriminate and you start understanding that the truth is this and this is untruth. So when the Kundalini rises through your fontanelle bone area, the first blessing you get is of good health. That's the minimum that should happen, but it's a byproduct. But I don't want to emphasize more on good health because tomorrow we'll get all the hospitals dropping on my head. That's what I don't want. You have to be first the spirit and you have to be the doctors and you yourself can treat your body as well as the body of others. This is the minimum that should happen, that you become a healthy person. Now what does that? Within us lies a power which is evolutionary power in the center, and it is the power which we call as the power of Mahalakshmi, is the power by which we sustain our own character, by which we become human beings. From carbon, where it is 4 valencies, as human beings we develop 10 valencies. We become eligible for our ascent through this power to begin with, because this is the power that gives us balance. In the gross, it expresses itself as parasympathetic nervous system. Now, what is parasympathetic nervous system is that it gives a balance to your sympathetic nervous system. Now, sympathetic nervous system is the gross expression of the 2 other powers which are around us. One is the power of desire and another is the power of action. These sympathetic nervous systems come into play when we want to use them. For example, if you want to run fast. So when you are running fast, these two powers come into power, that they give us the force to run fast. But what is the thing that brings it back to normal is the central power that brings it to the normal or gives it a balance. So this balancing force is the one that is responsible for your ascent. If you are not yet balanced, the same force will first balance you. Because of imbalances, so many diseases are caused. There's no end to it. Apart from that, those people who go to extremes to the left and to the right also can develop horrible diseases. Those who go to the left side develop mostly the psychosomatic diseases like cancer, like all myelitis and all these incurable diseases. And imbalances, people develop, say, blood pressures and diabetes and all these problems of the organs of the stomach. And the people who are too much right-sided, who are too much speedy, who are thinking of the future all the time, they develop problems of the heart and also mostly, or maybe of our parents. For example, somebody asked me that how is it, mother, that leukemia is caused in the people who, children also, they are born with it. I said the mother must be a very speedy woman. If the mother is speedy, hectic, her spleen is working in a hectic way, she sets in motion the same kind of a spleen the child should have. And if that happens, the child develops a kind of a spleen which is hectic and starts producing RBCs which are not rhythmic and not in proper shape. And these are vulnerable to cancer and things like leukemia. Because at this stage, something triggers it, and that triggering takes place because of the extreme behavior of a personality, which I'll explain to you tomorrow. But in any case, physically you feel fit, mentally you feel fit. Mentally, because your extreme behavior disappears. Mostly we take to habits. Any habit we take to is, the reason is because we get bored, I think, in life, or we are fed up, or we are very unhappy, or we are disturbed about something, or we are shocked. Under these circumstances, we take to it. But supposing the reverse happens, that you feel settled, you feel blissful, you feel happy, you feel cheerful, you feel on top of the world, naturally everything drops out. When you have got the highest, you don't want to indulge into all these things which are sensational for the time being, work out for a short period, but you start enjoying, that is what is eternal within you, flowing all the time. Stress and all that also disappears, because supposing, I give an example always of a car which is about to finish its petrol. Everybody is in a stress, the car as well as the driver is worried that the petrol is going to finish. But supposing by some chance you are connected to the mains and all the time the energy is flowing into you, then you have no worry. You have no worry, and just to get over all these things. People have a very great, I should impetus, or we can say all the time, a kind of a coaxing from all sensational practices of the society. And this quite upset us all the time, the way we are all the time stimulated by these sensations. Now with the realization, what happens? The spirit doesn't take note of all these stimulus, nothing of the kind. It is not bothered about these things. It is just witnessing the whole play as a drama and a joke. And it doesn't take anything into record and doesn't react to it as the human beings do. And that's how the stress drops out. On the contrary, I have met some people who have been doing all kinds of things. Their hands were going like this and the feet were going like all sorts of contortions. And I said, why are you doing it? They said, we have been to a guru and he said, your stress is coming out. Now if the stress is coming out and if this is the state of the stress, when are you going to end this up? It is not possible. You must understand. You see what I feel when I talk about these things, people just leave me and go away because they get angry. But I'm for you. I'm for your good. I'm saying just understand that how can stress get out by this kind of a nonsensical thing happen to you? You are getting mad. This is not the way the stress has to get out. But you have to get over the stress. And that is a very simple thing to understand, that if you are standing in the water, the waves are coming to you. coming and going, and you're afraid of the waves. But supposing by any chance the state becomes that you become seated in a boat, somehow or other, you rise up to that point that you are in a boat, then you enjoy the same waves from there and you don't mind any kind of thing. And this is the state one has to achieve. Unless and until you achieve that state, all your guru, all your money is of no value, nothing of the kind. But this should not upset you, because many people also take a view that we have paid for it, so we better go through it. I mean, if you have paid for the poison, will you go through it? It's a simple thing like that. Because you have paid for it, better not go through it because it's dangerous. You must see what's happening to the people who are going to these gurus, or to these cults, or to these other things like clairvoyance and all that. What is happening to them? Are they transforming? Are they getting any of their powers? Have they become peaceful people? Have they finished their seeking? They think that they have done it. If not, then no use going to a place like that. But human mind, I don't understand sometimes. Like they see a person coming out of the pub falling in the dirty lake, and still they walk into the same pub. So I can't understand why people do all these things. But mainly we have to know that one day will come when we'll face ourselves. And that time we'll ask a question that why did I not use my wisdom to understand that these are not the things I was asking for, what I was asking, but the ultimate, the truth. Those who talk about love of God, power of God, it's very easy, because you see, you can read any book and start talking. There is power of God and power of love and all that. But it must act. If you talk of compassion, it must act. It is not just I say that I am compassion, embodiment of compassion. So what? You may be embodiment of compassion. I can gather some money from you people and start a hospital here and say I have treated so many people and you give me a big prize or something like that for is nothing. That's not the way the compassion acts. The compassion acts in the same way as the sunshine acts. If you are near such a person, you remember that somebody touched Christ and something went into that person. Christ said, somebody has touched me who is sick. And the person got cured. The compassion must act. Otherwise it has no meaning. It just talks and advertises that you are the love, power and all that. Is not so. Something has to happen. That is not also madness or any kind of a crackpot behavior, but by which you get your transformation. And that's what you should ask for the reality and not for unrealities. And in reality, you'll be amazed, you will see where you stand as far as you are concerned and others are concerned. What is the relative position? That you are the part and parcel of the whole. You start feeling that you are part and parcel of the whole. And when that happens, there is no compassion that speaks. Because supposing this finger is paining, automatically I press this finger. I just press it because it is paining, and I just feel it because it's me there, so I just do it. So that's how the compassion acts. It doesn't think it is doing any obligation to anyone, that this finger should pay anything to me. It's my finger, it's myself. How can I not touch it and put it right? In the same way it happens that you become part and parcel of the whole. And when you become that, you just act as a part of that whole with all its powers. And that should happen to all of you who are seekers. Normally, Sahaja Yoga is better for people who are not extremes by nature, who are central people. That's very good. It acts very well on them and helps them immensely. Also, those who are in the extremes are also drawn in the center, because Kundalini is a movement in the central path. And when you are paying attention to me, and I say you pay attention to yourself, you cannot do it. But when Kundalini rises, she sucks in your attention inside, like an incident or a happening within, and then the attention, even if it is on the extremes, is sucked inside. And when it is sucked in, it just rises. Or one must know that lots of things happen when it rises. It just doesn't rise just like a pre-moon rising up, but lots of things happen within your body. Lots of centers go into different kind of bandhas and all that. It happens. As a car starts, a lot of things happen in the inside machinery. In the same way, when the Kundalini starts rising, lots of things happen inside, but very smoothly, because you are fantastically, beautifully and delicately made with great care. It's not easy to destroy Kundalini. It's not easy. But I have seen some people have got very sick kundalini. Some people have bleeding kundalinis, I have seen. And of course, if they are devils, they may not have kundalini at all. But it is not easy to destroy this bone also. If you burn the body of a human being, this bone is the last to be burnt and requires a very high temperature to burn it. That's why people called it a sacred bone. But when I went to Greece, when I asked people, why did you call it sacrum? They said because we had a report with a Indo-Aryan group much before Alexander went there, and they told us that this is a sacred bone. And we found out that when you burn the body, this bone remains still there. So we thought must be something sacred about it.
We're going to listen to some music now, and after that, we'll have another meditation with Isha. We don't want to put too many words in your mind. We just want you to relax. You can put Shri Mataji's photo.
Let us keep the attention above our head and continue to meditate. Please keep both your hands open to receive the blessings of the Divine. Let us see what we feel inside us. Let us take a moment to enjoy the bliss, the peace within us. Let us put our right hand on our heart and invite Mother Kundalini in our heart. Mother, please come in my heart. Please cleanse my heart so that you are there. Fill my heart with love and compassion for the whole universe. Let us pray and then wait for the answer. We can feel the presence of our Mother in our heart. Let us feel our enlightened spirit, which is the reflection of God Almighty. Mother, you're there in me, and I'm completely protected. Mother, you are with me. Thus, I'm not worried and I have no fears. We can feel the protection and the love. We can keep our hand on our lap and continue to feel this love. We just expose ourselves to the God's grace. Our hands and our hearts open to the divine. Let's keep our right hand open on our lap and the left hand on the lower part of our abdomen on the right hand side. Let us invite Mother Kundalini here. This is the place of pure attention. Mother, please come in my attention. Mother, please remove any heaviness, any baggage. Oh, Holy Mother, please nourish my attention. Please purify my attention. Let us pray and then wait for the answer. We can feel some coolness on our right palm. That is the divine grace. Now we put our left hand back on our lap and our right hand on our forehead. And we invite our Mother Kundalini in our brain. Mother, please come in my brain. Mother, please make your room in my brain. Let me be guided by your divine wisdom. Now let us put our right hand on top of our head, on the fontanel bone area. And pressing, we rotate the scalp clockwise, praying. Mother Kundalini, please come in my Sahasrara. Please enlighten all the petals of my Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, please open my Sahasrara completely. Please make my connection with the divine strong. Mother, always reside in my Sahasrara. Keeping the attention on top of the head, we can put our hand back on our lap. Let us meditate for some time in silence. Just keep your attention on what you're feeling above your head. The coolness or the silence. Now, this state in which there are no thoughts and when we are not thinking is the present moment where we grow, we evolve, and we are united with the cosmos. In this meditative state, let us listen to the words of Shri Mataji.
Most of the world's problems, if you see, come from human beings, not from nature. More from human beings, and the nature reacts to it. Now, when you get these problems, you start running about here and there and trying to find out solutions. The solution is within our centers. When these centers are in jeopardy, you get all these physical, mental, emotional problems for yourself and for the whole society, for the whole world. So now, what should we do? Is to correct these centers. By the awakening of this Kundalini, which passes through 6 centers, these centers get enlightened, and that enlightenment cures them, nourishes them, and integrates them. Then you are completely one with this all pervading power, and the connection becomes permanent. At that time, this energy starts flowing through you. You can feel it on your fingertips. And by that, you develop all your potential powers, which are so many, that in this small lecture I may not be able to tell you the whole. But some of them I will be able to tell you. That the first thing happens to you, that you achieve a state of peace. We are thinking of tomorrow or of yesterday, past and future, but present we are not there. Present is not known to us, and reality is in the present. So when you are thinking of the past and future, you are jumping on the cusp of those thoughts. In between these thoughts, there is a space, which we call as vilamba in Sanskrit, is the pause. And that is the time when you are in present, which is very short, and that's why you can never be in the present. So when the Kundalini rises, your attention is driven inside, and these thoughts expand in the sense that they elongate, and there's the space in between is quite big. Thus you establish yourself into a new state, or a new dimension of your awareness, which we call as thoughtless awareness. That is the meditation. You cannot do meditation, you have to be in meditation. It's a state. Then there is no thought, but you are fully aware. Whatever you see is recorded like a picture in your mind. And such tremendous changes take place in human beings. They are surprised, like a very ordinary person who was playing once an instrument before me. It was very boring to begin with. And suddenly, I don't know what happened to him, his Kundalini was awakened, and he was playing such beautiful music, and today he is a world famous man. There are very powerful Sahaja Yogis in the world now, and I am so very happy that this has happened to people, that they have felt their own energy and they have felt their own peace. The second state that you achieve, what we call, this is the thoughtless awareness, and the second one is called as the doubtless awareness. Patanjali in his yoga has said, called them as the Nirvichar Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Now these two states, if you are achieved, then all your powers, you know what you have. You know all your inner being. You know your chakras, and you know your all the three, let's say the autonomous nervous system, like parasympathetic, sympathetic systems, everything you know, and you know how to control them, how to improve them, how to work them out. So you
We enjoy the music the most when we are in connection with our spirit. So in this connected state, let us enjoy some music.
छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमां, जागो सदियों से तुम सोई हुई इच्छा हुई पाले तुझको इच्छा हुई पाले तुझको हासिल हो तुम जागो कुंडलिनी माँ जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा समा जाओ माँ मजा में अमी सभी चक्र तुम निरंजित करो गणेशा स्वयं पूजे तुझको गणेशा स्वयं पूजे तुझको शरण में तेरी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा सोई आत्मा में प्रकाश भरो जो बिखरे हैं चित्ते एकत्रित करो तभी दूर होंगे अंधेरे तभी दूर होंगे अंधेरे रोशनी में तेरी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा सहस्रा में आके सहस्रा में आके छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमान जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा जागो कुंडलिनी माँ करो सब पे कृपा करो सब पे कृपा करो सब पे कृपा
Now let us go down, fold our hands and go down in our hearts to thank our Mother, our Divine Mother, for today's meditation, for the pure knowledge, for all the blessings, and for everything. We now raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan.
Thank you very much. So we are going to get Lynn and Gulshan with us, and then it's over back to you to lead the session now. If you want to ask people to share their feelings and any question.
Thank you, Jean-Michel and Isha, for a lovely meditative session. So that's the formal part of our program. But as usual, we would like to give you a little space to ask any questions. So feel free to either put a message in the chat, or you can also unmute and ask any question. Just while you're formulating in your minds the intention to ask a question or not, don't be shy. It was very nice. I don't know if you picked it up, something nice Isha said, that you invite Mother to come in your heart, in your attention, and then you wait for the answer. I thought that was a very nice point, actually, in the meditation, so that you're not constantly saying something to your Mother Kundalini, but then you wait for the answer. And then you feel the meditation so strongly after that. So it was very nice, Isha.
Thank you, Isha. While we wait for everyone to free themselves of their shyness, just a few pointers. As Lynn reminded, please do go shopping tomorrow and buy yourself a bucket for the foot soak, which will be really beneficial once we start doing it. And also, we're wondering how the meditations are coming along, whether you've been able to give some time to yourselves in the morning, a couple of minutes, feeling things on your fingers or on top of your head. So let us know how the experiences have been coming along. And as we went through such a lovely meditation this evening, to be in the present, where we're not bombarded by our fears from the past or our worries of the future, but to be in the present. And this is such a magnificent gift that Shri Mataji has bestowed upon humanity. So let's make full use of that. It is free, it is ours, we just have to connect with it. And a little pointer that I often try and use is when you're sort of in a bit of a angst, it's good to just have a pause and say, where is my attention? And just see where you are. And it's quite easy to come out once you sort of move away from that pull that's moving you towards the left or to the right. And as our presenters showed us today, how you can also come in the balance. So thank you both very much. It was really wonderful to have you. And now we expect some questions. So come along.
It was a good point you made, Gulshan, about having our meditation, just giving ourselves some time alone to meditate, because we have these fantastic meditations when we're all together, which are very powerful when there's lots of kundalinis all together. But it's also good to see where you are. So if you can take 5 minutes in the morning or in the evening, if this time is your morning, then in your evening you can just sit for 5 minutes, do that exercise where you raise your kundalini and put yourself in the protective bandhan with those vibrations. Just see where you are and share that with us. So who's got a question about the right side? The right side that doesn't exist. We can do a poll also, actually. That might be quite interesting.
I think everyone's either deep in meditation or I think Isha and Jean-Michel succeeded beautifully in...
Yes, everyone's thoughtless.
we are like on holidays, you know. It's like when we can meditate, you know, because of our Kundalini awakening, when we can meditate, it's actually giving ourselves a holiday.
It is.
It is like going into COVID lockdown. We have no choice. We have to relax.
Let's do the poll, Lynn. That will show
Right.
who we are and how we felt.
Oh.
Unless you don't.
Chirag, can you access the poll? Because it's telling me I'm logged in somewhere else. So Chirag, you might have to access the poll. I'm logged in as myself twice. And The poll seems to be with you, Chirag.
Meanwhile, if no one wants to talk, and that's okay, we're not going to put you on the spot. Please feel comfortable also to just send a message in the chat if you wish.
Even just how you felt, whether you enjoyed the meditation.
Yeah.
And how thoughtless you were feeling. So Sunday for the workshop as well, we'll the first part we'll fill another Phil, not the Phil we had last night, but another Phil from Canberra. We have two. Phil the young, the younger, will be taking us through a clearing technique called the foot soak, which is why we're getting our buckets ready. And that'll be the first half. But in the second half, we'll be having as a workshop, and we'll split up into small groups or individuals, one-on-one, to have a meditate together and just see what we're feeling on our hands, and individually ask questions and go deeper in our clearing and our meditation. So that'll be something very interesting. So we'll have lots of practitioners of Sahaja Yoga on board as well, so we can match up. And we've got all these rooms we can go into.
Oh,
And,
yeah, with the poll. Thank
sorry?
you. Chirag's just placed the poll, so.
Oh, has he? I can't see it. That's okay.
As long as the participants can, please feel free to. Oh, wow.
Have you got the poll?
Well, 100% have answered, and 50% felt cool, and warm was 25%, 75% on the hands. Top of the head says 20%, and 20% were nothing. So that's pretty good from the first time of going to the left and then one time to the right. And this time there's a huge 67% cool.
Wow.
Wonderful. Thank you to the participants for also participating.
Yeah, so I guess everyone's feeling very chilled. Maybe we can go to some music and slides and just sort of stay in a meditative mood.
Enjoy.
And, meet back here tomorrow for the elements.
Oh, Sabine just raised her hand.
Oh, Sabine, welcome. Please go ahead. Have you got the power to unmute, or do I need to give it to you? Let's see.
Hi, I'm sorry. I feel very shy speaking, but I've been trying to get attention to the chat. It's disabled.
Oh,
Breathing inside,
sorry.
I couldn't type anything.
Okay.
Sorry.
We have you now, Sabine.
Yeah, you've got the power now, luckily.
Please unmute yourself now, Sabine, and talk away.
Oh dear.
You got
I'm just wondering, is it possible that during meditation you can like drift off a little bit for a few seconds and then be conscious again, and then while you drift off you could feel like you're getting a message from above, like there's more to accomplish here? Like I still have more to accomplish? Is that possible?
Yes, I think it is good that you are talking about it this way, because the most important is not to fight whatever you're feeling during the meditation. Sometimes you may feel a bit sleepy, drifting, and then this energy within us is guiding us, and she's bringing us back into balance. And like a meditation that lasts, for example, 15-20 minutes, it's not constantly the same state. It's moving because the Kundalini is working in the chakras. So the most important is not to react about what's happening. And if you feel too much busy thinking, then we use these techniques of raising the left hand to cool down the right side. And if you fall asleep and very heavy on the left side, then we place our right hand on the Mother Earth. But the idea is not to fight ourselves, is to let this Kundalini energy, who knows everything, to guide us through. So that's good.
Nice.
It's good you're able to see that actually clearly what's happening inside you. That's good.
Agree.
Thanks, Sabine. Thank you. Nice question. Thank you, Soumya.
Nice, you could join us, Soumya.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah. Okay, I think everyone else is very nicely meditating.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So maybe we'll let everyone be in silence and we'll. Okay, yeah. Nice. Yeah, nice thought, Sabine. So Sabine has said in the message, did you see that there, Jean-Michel? And
Yes, I briefly, let me read it again. It's not my time yet. What does it mean? It is not my time yet.
to leave the earth.
Oh,
That's very profound.
Oh,
That
we
is true.
know when we're meant to go, Sabine. While we are here, let's make the best of what we have.
And yeah, we don't have to worry because
no, it is true that that's the only way to live happy.
Yeah.
But to be honest, before doing Sahaj meditation, it was not easy for me to be that relaxed. It's after, establishing the meditation that within myself, not only I understood, but I became aware within myself that there is nothing to worry about, because it doesn't make any difference. Whether we stress a lot or not, it doesn't make any difference. Life is taking its course, and the purpose of life is to make us discover all our qualities, all our powers. That's all it is. It's nothing negative in life. It's only to support us. So if we can see life that way, but we don't have any problem. We just enjoy surfing, isn't it?
Surfing the thoughts.
No, surfing the joy.
Surfing the joy,
Yeah,
yes.
because
much
it's
more.
only joy. At the end of the day, you meet someone in the street and you connect to that person that you didn't know yesterday, and you enjoy the spirit of that person. It's just a new connection, a new discovery. It's amazing. Life is beautiful. It is. Amazing people everywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at today. We meet together, we meet new people, and we enjoy ourselves.
You're furiously typing away there.
I'm just responding
Okay.
to Sabine's message.
Nice.
Wow. You type faster than me.
She's pretty good at that. And this is not even morning yet, so
Yes, that's right.
well, we do wish to thank all our participants for coming along on day 5 today. Really happy to have your company. Really.
And for all of your lovely meditative vibrations. It was such a very strong meditation with everyone. So everyone's very deep souls, I feel, are here. It's no accident you're here. It's the time, evolutionary time.
And thank you very much, Isha. That was lovely meditation, and Jean-Michel.
Yes, yes.
Music too. Thank you both.
Shri Mataji.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks so much, everyone.
Some lovely messages coming through.
Yeah, very nice.